Good morning. Welcome to JJ and Daddy Home Fitness. Today we have some animal movements for you. These are a great way to work into a warm-up for your workout, especially if you're going to be doing a shoulders or upper body heavy workout, or you are attempting to do some inversions like handstands and stuff like that. This is a great warm-up for that, all these movements. So what I did was basically went down through the movements about 10 times and back, right? And really worked up a good sweat and was breathing heavy by the end of it. So effectively, these could be done for cardio too, if you really want to extend it and do multiple rounds and sets of these movements. Is that fun? The first was the bear crawl, right? My hips were down tight towards the floor. And I had JJ on my back. You could use a backpack or a weighted vest if you have one of those. But it was kind of fun to have JJ on my back for that one, because mostly your back is flat, your hips are down, your knees are bent, and you just move with one hand and the opposite side foot, each kind of step, right? And I did that going forward, going backwards, and then moving sideways. I kind of crossed my hands over, brought my feet together, and then went wide with my leading hand and foot. Went from lateral movement in that position, and then moved on to doing some movement with a bear walk, right? That's done in more of a downward dog-like position, but the same mechanics, right? Opposite hand, opposite foot moves you to go forward and back, and then to go sideways, cross over at the palms, bring the feet close together, and then leading hand and foot go out wide, right? Also did some frog. So frog is more difficult, and you want to start with your hips low. You okay? You all good? Good? Good. So you want to start with your hips low towards the floor, up on the balls of your feet, or feet flat if you have enough flexibility in your ankles. Feet planted outside of your palms and arms straight extended, reaching out in front of you, planting your palms out in front of you, and then thrusting your hips up towards the air as you hop forward, right? So you almost come into like a handstand-like position, right? Your hips want to almost end up over your shoulders, and you can progress to this. Don't feel like you need to get your hips up as high as they possibly can right away, because if you end up toppling over and you're not ready to roll through that, it's going to be a painful experience. So I suggest starting with small hops and then working your way up, right? Especially if you're still building shoulder and arm strength, it's pretty key to a nice big frog hop. And once you've gotten your hips up, you've hopped forward, so you're going to hop forward and then land with your feet between your hands in that same starting position again. Right? I did that in reverse by reversing the process, taking my feet out from inside my hands, hopping up and backwards, and I push backwards with my hands and then land feet back behind me a few feet away from my hands, and then just bring the palms right back in between the feet and start again. Right? And then from that same pose, you can do gorilla sideways. So gorilla, you reach over, plant your palms outside of your feet to whichever direction you're going to. So you move your arms to the right, so you're going to the right, outside of your feet. So the left palm ends up outside your right foot, and your right palm ends up reaching all the way out about shoulder space from there. And then from there, you're going to hop up and thrust your body up just like you would a frog, but in a lateral direction. And then try and end up with your hips and feet landing and planting over each other on the other side of your arms, right? And then start again by taking your arms from that trailing side, raising them up, reaching, planting them to the leading side, and again, hips over. Right? So that was today's activity. Animal movements, animal flow movements. Enjoy those at home and do them in a controlled space. Unfortunately, I don't think this one's going to work out today for people who have a small room or anything like that. I know we've been doing a lot of exercise that it lends itself to being in a small space, but this one, try and get outdoors, try and find a big field, a space where you have running room, padding, i.e. grass, or playground mat, something like that, because when you go down, you don't want to be landing on a hard surface, especially with the frog hops and the gorilla. But take care, everybody. Have a great one, and JJ and I will see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye. Stop. Bye-bye. No? Okay.
Yo. Yo.
bubble. Stop. Bubble. No? Okay.
Yo. Yo.